Start focusing on your brain health today with AARP Staying Sharp, included with your AARP membership. Staying Sharp is an award-winning digital program offering content about brain health. Discover content that is fun and fits your daily routine. Explore Staying Sharp challenges, articles, videos and recipes, and guided meditations. Plus, fun games when you need a break. Make brain health a priority with Staying Sharp.
Life is full of surprises. Isn't it time you surprised it for a change? By learning to grow healthier, planning not only how you'll save, but why. Getting wiser beyond your years, before those years. Plus scoring more points and exclusive perks as an AARP member. Start now. Don't stop. Reward yourself now and thank yourself later. AARP Rewards. Reward yourself.
Stories are power. They affect us, inspire us, and change us. We are Wish storytellers. We inspire people to live more vibrant and purposeful lives. We grant wishes that celebrate older adults for their wisdom, contributions, and sacrifices.
If you believe in something and you stay at it, you'll finally get the recognition you deserve.
It's important for people to feel empowered to tell their stories because it's a form of immortality.
We reconnect people with their passions, their dreams, and the people they love.
Seeing him interact with the horses was a dream come true.
Take off. It's not just a pipe dream anymore. It's electric.
When we grant a wish, it has an extraordinary effect on that person and their community, and it helps them dream bigger than ever before.
Hello, I'm not Johnny Cash.
Wish of a lifetime made his wish come true.
We are Wish of a Lifetime from AARP, and we're changing what's possible as we age, one inspirational wish at a time.
Developing new skills and building connections with others is the spice of life. Whether at home or out and about, getting involved in activities boosts your physical and mental well-being. That's why AARP offers experiences designed for learning, self-improvement, and fun. Our virtual community center features free online events. From our noteworthy lecture series, to movies, to cooking classes, there are many options for health and wellness. Stretch and strengthen with yoga or Pilates, or get your body moving in a dance class. Boost your mental health in a mindful movement and meditation class. Explore cultural performances like theater, ballet, and musicals. And at aarp.org, we have articles, videos, and other resources to give you the most important information when you need it. AARP is committed to helping you find new opportunities for fun, build connections, and create joy at every step of the way.
Hello and welcome. Thank you to all the AARP members and everyone else joining me today for this class, this movement class, which is part of the AARP Virtual Community Center. I'm Tom McCook, and welcome to this class on creating a youthful spine. You will learn the key movements for your spine that you can do on a daily basis, along with conditioning exercises for strength and wellness. You will need 2 tennis balls for this class. Be sure to consult your doctor before starting a new exercise regimen. This is a beginner level movement class, but all abilities are welcome. It's important that you listen to your own body and move at your own pace throughout this class. You can stop at any time and skip any movements that are not comfortable. I'll provide modifications throughout the class, and we'll also share some in the chat. So to begin, everyone, let's take our feet about shoulder width apart. Turn your feet slightly out. And as you bend your knees with a big inhale, sweep the arms up overhead and let the legs lengthen. Big inhale. Exhale to bend as you lower. We're going to do this 4 times. Big inhale. Exhale. Dropping into your legs. And again, big inhale. Just get the energy moving. Inhale up. And exhale. Now bring up your left arm and tap all sides of your arm. Under your arm, up around your shoulder and neck. So tapping is a way to improve your proprioception, which is a big word that means to know where you are in space. It's also related to tension levels, effort, position. And letting go of shoulder and neck tension helps improve your posture and move your spine better with less effort. So we're just going to do this little tapping. And then we're going to move above your clavicle, go right above your clavicle and grab hold of your trapezius muscle, which is in between your shoulder and your neck. Now bring your feet a little closer, soften your knees. Now picture you're holding onto a big juicy sponge. And as you breathe in, lift the shoulder up and squeeze the water out of the sponge. And then let it drop and spread and fill. And again, lift and squeeze. And release. 2 more times. Squeeze the water and then release it. Let the weight of the arm drop the shoulder. 1 more. Lift and squeeze. And release. Now this next time, lift, squeeze, and hold. Slowly turn your head from side to side. Feel the effect on your neck muscles, which are part of your back side and front. And release. And 1 more. Lift, squeeze, hold. Nod your head front to back. And then let it go. Now from there, slide your hand down onto your shoulder muscle and sponge your way down your arm. Bicep, tricep, forearm, all these different ways of touching, brushing, touching, tapping, all stimulate different neuroreceptors. Then finish with brushing down the arm, sloughing off anything that no longer serves you. There you go. Then just take a moment and notice the difference between the 2 sides. You might notice that shoulder's lower. Mine definitely feels lower. If you reach out, you'll notice, oh, my arm's a little longer. So what did we do? We didn't really do a lot of movement. You gave your brain the feedback of letting go of tension that was there. So you already made your body stronger by getting out of the way. When you have tension, you have to overcome the tension to move. So let's take side 2. Let's tap. All sides, up around your neck. Free massage. Who knew? We'll take it down your arm. Goes really well in the afternoon with a latte or a cup of tea. Now with your clavicle, slide your hand over your clavicle to your trapezius. Soft arm. Just bend your knees so you can lower your center of gravity. Now as you lift the shoulder up, breathe in and squeeze the muscle you're holding. And then let it go and let the shoulder drop. And again, lift and squeeze. And let it go. Lift and squeeze, breathing in. And let it go. This next time, lift, squeeze, and hold. Slowly turn your head side to side. And let it go. Last time, lift, squeeze, hold. Nod your head front to back. And let it go. Now slide your hand down onto your deltoid muscle, shoulder. Sponge your way slowly down the arm. Bicep, tricep, forearm, wrist, hand, fingers. And then brush from your neck to your hands, all sides. Sloughing it off. Take a moment to notice a little more even possibly. You might notice the arms are more equal length now. So you've already restored some function by releasing shoulder and neck tension and letting the chest be more aligned with gravity. Now let's tap the torso. Chest area, your big pumps, your heart and lungs. Also your big muscles, your pecs that move your arm across your body. Belly wall, digestive area. Now go right around the lower part of the rib cage with soft fists. Tap around to your back and just tap your low ribs. and make a little noise to vibrate your kidneys. Tap down to the back of your pelvis, waking up your lower back. From there, tap down the outside borders of your legs all the way to your ankles, up the front of your legs, down the back of your hips and legs, up your inseams. And one more time, outer, front, back, inseams. And then tap your head, light fingertips. You're just waking up your mind map of your body. The back of your head, your face, tap your jawline, give your ears a pull, and then shake out your limbs. Now we're going to go right into some movements for the shoulder girdle, which ties into the spine. Look at your feet and turn your toes in slightly so your big toes are about the width of your fist apart. So that's your position. What that does is brings your legs into alignment into the joint more. And I want you to straighten your legs, contract your legs, and press into your feet evenly. Now take your arms out to the side, make a soft fist and retract your shoulders. Bring your head back over the spine. Now spin your arms to the back. We're going to do a lot. For like an hour, we're going to be doing this. You want to get really good at it. Now we're going to do 40. So we're spinning. That's 10. That's 20. Now keep the elbows straight. Keep the shoulders retracted. 30. Don't have to trust my counting. I'm a little faulty, but you can go with it. Now as you lower the arms, bring your knuckles to your temples, soft fists, elbows open, legs straight, head right up over the spine. As you exhale, touch in the front, inhale to open. Nice and fluid. Feel how you're opening up your back and then you're opening your chest. That's it. Let's do 5 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Let the arms come down. Now, in the next 10 minutes or so, we're going to go through the primary movements of the spine. Between your head and your tail, you have over 100 joints when you include your ribs. And these joints are all synovial joints. And synovial joints get lubricated in nutrition through movement. So this is like, you could consider this is the elixir for your spine, is to take them through their primary movements on a regular basis and just do it in a slow, smooth way. If you come across an area that feels uncomfortable, either go slower or smaller, or you can skip that movement for now. But think of these movements are primary for the body. We're going to take it nice and slow. So first thing I want you to do is take your feet about hip width apart, bend your knees, and put your hands on your hips like your hips are 2 wheels. And the 2 wheels can roll back or forward. So when I curl my tail forward, I'm rolling my pelvis back over the top of my legs. As I roll the wheel forward, my tail reaches back, I'm rolling the wheel forward over the top of my legs. So that's where we're going to start. So from the curled position, curl your tail forward and hold it. Now touch your front low ribs. Now let your front low ribs sink more in using your abdomen. So when I curl forward and I sink my low ribs, now I'm stretching my lower back using my abdomen and my pelvic muscles, but I haven't moved my head forward and back in space. So let's do that. Just keep your hands on your ribs. Now reach your tail back. Let the belly wall lengthen. Curl the tail forward and sink your ribs in. Feel your back stretch and your belly turn on. Do that a couple more times before we add the rest of the upper body. Just feel that. Equal weight on the front and the back of your feet. Now next time, curl, ribs down, arms by your side. Just turn the thumbs to the back and roll the shoulders forward, but not up and the body doesn't shift. Now as you reach the tail back, turn the palms away, pull the shoulders back and lift your heart straight up to look up. Exhale to curl. Inhale to extend and arch. As you curl, feel your abdomen, pelvic muscles. As you arch, feel your upper back. And again, curl. Inhale to open. 4 more. And 2 more. And 1. Now we're going to go into lateral flexion. We'll take it really slow, which is side to side. Bend your knees. Now nice and slow, just side bend your spine. Press into the ground to return. Side bend. Press into the ground to return. Simple. We feel how you're opening up the waistline on one side, but you're also moving the joints in that plane of motion. Now we're going to take the left leg out to the side, put most of the weight on the right leg. Now slide down your left leg and come back up. And just do 4 on that one side. When you take your leg out to the side, you get more range of motion out of your lower back. That's it. And 1 more. And come back up and go right into side 2. Standing leg takes most of the weight. Slide down the right. Fluid. And 1. Now as you come back with your feet a foot apart, bend your knees. Now imagine when you do rotation that your knees and your hips are headlights and the headlights stay facing forward. So the rotation just happens from your rib cage up, but you don't turn your headlights. So car's going that way, headlights from the waistline down. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Now roll your shoulders back and center your head over your pelvis. Nice and slow from your ribcage up. Turn without turning your headlights. Press into your foot points on the floor, the ball behind your big toe, behind your little toe, and your heel. Press into those triangles. Now notice, can you turn and relax your arms and the tops of your shoulders? Feel like it's coming more and more from your waistline and the muscles in your back. 2 more each way. And now we're going to go through the whole thing again, because once is just a warm-up. You got to finish strong. So bend your knees, curl the tail forward, sink the ribs in, round forward. Now pull the shoulders down and forward so you start to feel the muscles under your armpits. Now as you roll back, extend your legs, lift your heart, and look up. Exhale to curl. Inhale to open. Exhale to curl. Waistline back, heart forward and up. 3 more. And 2. And last one. Now when we do the side to side this time, we're going to add a little component to it. So take your left leg out to the side. Now keep the weight mainly on the right leg. Now as you slide down that right leg, start to shift the weight of that left leg. Start to shift your weight to the left. Put weight on it. Now just take your head back to the right. Now let your head go to the right. Put the weight on the right leg. Now as you take your head back to the left, notice how now you're reversing the bend of the spine. So you get more movement in your neck and this part of your spine. So you're getting all those joints to move in this plane. So healthy for your body. But go slow, because it's going to be new for a lot of us to do this type of a movement. Don't force it. Get curious about how you're doing it. Keep looking straight ahead. Don't let your head drop. It's your moment of your snaky spine. Great for scoliosis, to get all these joint spaces to move. No strain. Go slow and smooth. There we go. 1 more each side on this last one. Come back to center. Now, feet back a foot apart, small leg bend, headlights straight ahead, hands to your shoulders, roll them back. Now nice and slow from the ribcage up, turn. Now this time when you turn, after you've done a few more of just the simple rotations, we'll add something that'll help you activate your upper back a little more. Now next time turn, hold the turn, look back, and on that side, pull that shoulder blade more towards your spine to use those muscles in the middle of your upper back. Then come back to center, turn to the second side. Now pull that shoulder blade more back towards the spine. We're going to do that 2 more each side. Turn, pull back. Keep your headlights forward as best you can. Turn, pull back. 1 more each way. Turn, pull back. Back to center last time. Turn, pull back. As you get back to center, shake it out. Let it go for a moment. Now the next movement will be a combination of a variety of spinal movements with breathing, which will help you use your lungs and your diaphragm to make a more fluid action of your body, but also to hit all the surface area of your lungs to improve your energy and your breathing. So first action is when you bend your legs, bring your hands to your shoulders. Now just make small circles with your elbows on the opposing walls and picture that you're just moving in your shoulder joints. It's pretty small. So I'm not moving everything, just my arm where it meets my body. Pretty small. So I'm moving really just using the back of my shoulders. Now let the shoulder blades move to make the circle bigger, spine still staying relatively still. Now let the lower back move to make the circle bigger. Now let's bring in your breathing. Inhale through your nose for a count of 3. Exhale through your mouth for 3. Picture you're hitting all the surface area of your lungs. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. 2 more breaths. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Let's finish with filling the lungs and emptying. Inhale, open your chest, lift your heart, and look up. Exhale to empty and round. Inhale, fill. Exhale, empty. 2 more. Fill. Empty, decompress. Fill. Empty. And release. Very nice. Now we're going to do something for your upper back and your hip strength. This is a lunge tilt. So I'm going to turn sideways and take my foot forward and come into a lunge position where my front leg's about 2 feet in front of my back leg and my feet are about 6 inches apart, left to right in parallel. Now as you lunge forward, hold the lunge and reach the arms back behind you like airplane wings. Now pull your shoulder blades back and create a line from your back leg to your head. Just sense that. Now just lunge more under that front leg as you lift and lower your back heel, holding on to that body line. And 2 more. And 1. Now come back up. We're going to do that 1 more time, but this time we're going to add a balance challenge. So lean forward. Now as you pour the weight into the front leg, absorb and see if you can float that back foot off the ground. Then lower it and shift back. But hold on to that body line so you're strengthening your postural muscles in your back. Lean forward, pour into your foot. Float the back leg. And lower. We're just going to do 2 more. Go forward, absorb into your standing leg. Float the back leg. And lower. 1 more. Pour forward. And lift. And lower. And we'll come up and switch legs. So other foot forward. About 2 foot front to back gap. 6 inches left to right. Parallel legs. As you hinge forward on that front leg, absorb into it and reach into your back leg. Now pull your shoulder girdle back. Arms a little behind you. Head in line with the spine. Now just practice lifting and lowering that back heel, keeping your upper back muscles activated. Strong standing leg, front leg, back leg reaching. 2 more. Now come right back up. Tip forward, pour the weight into the front leg, shift onto it, float your back leg. If you need to leave the foot on the floor, that's okay too. Go forward. Just imagine you're unweighting it a little bit. Then float it. And lower. It doesn't have to be big. Tip forward. Reach into the back leg as you float it. And lower. And 1 more. and lift. And lower, and help yourself right back up. Now we're going to come into a lunging position to open the front of our hips, then we'll come on to all fours. So come into a lunge where your front knee is right over your ankle, back knee is right under your shoulder. And now we're going to do a couple different positions of moving our spine in a lunge position. So think from your waistline down, you want stability while you're having mobility in your spine. So with your legs, feel like you're squeezing your legs towards each other. But with the back leg, feel like you're actually also, which is kind of an interesting concept, feel like you're pushing the ground to the back to turn on your glute, but at the same time, you're squeezing the front leg towards the back leg, so you're stable. Now reach your arms out to the side, straight off your shoulders, like airplane wings. From your spine, inhale, turn towards the front leg. Exhale, center. Inhale, turn towards the back leg. Exhale, center. One more each way. Inhale, turn to the front leg. Inhale, turn towards the back leg. So you have stability with movement. Now on the back leg side, take that arm overhead. Now side bend towards the front side. Switch your arms and side bend towards the back side. One more each side. Side bend towards the front side as you exhale. Side bend towards the back side. Bring the arms to the front, press the heel of your hands forward. Now press your tail forward and pull your waistline back. First, stretch up the front of your thigh that ties right into the front of your spine. One more breath. Slowly lower the arms and switch your legs. Now first start with your back knee right under your shoulder, front knee right over your ankle. Now the same action, push the ground to the back with the back leg, but start to scissor your front leg back so you feel in the back of your leg is stable. You have this sense of stability in the middle of your body. Head right over your pelvis. Reach your arms straight up to the side at shoulder height. Now if that's uncomfortable for your shoulders, your arms can be lower and a little more forward. Now nice and slow as you breathe in, turn towards your front knee. Exhale, center. Inhale, turn towards your back knee. One more to the front side. Inhale to turn. Exhale, center. Inhale to turn. Exhale, center. Now on the back leg side, take that arm up. Side bend towards the front side. Inhale up, switch arms. Side bend towards the back side. One more each side. On the exhale, side. Inhale up. Exhale, side. Arms forward, palms forward, fingers down. Now press the heel of your hands forward. Tail forward, pull the waistline back. For a hip flexor stretch. 2 more breaths. Nice and slow from there. Help yourself down onto all fours. Okay, from the all fours position, let's just take a moment to do breathing abdominals, meaning we're going to inhale. On the inhale phase, we're going to let the lower belly wall just relax towards the mat. And on the exhale phase, blow through an imaginary straw and just imagine that you're drawing the lower abdomen just below the belly button in. Not to change the shape of your spine, just feel like there's a cylinder of muscles in between your rib cage and your pelvis, like a thick band, like a big belt, just slowly tightening to activate, so you're creating this sense of support and lift in the waistline. So breathing in, relax the lower belly wall. Longer exhale through the mouth, draw it away from the ground without curling your back. Again, breathe in, let it relax. Exhale, draw it in. Begin to also feel like the muscles between your tailbone and your pubic bone are drawing in, and the upper inner thighs will start to activate also. So the bottom of your core is the bottom of your pelvis. 2 more breaths, let it all go as you breathe in. Exhale to lift it. One more. Now as you breathe in, let your shoulder blades come closer in the back as the upper body drops between the upper arms. Now feel the lift of the belly as you float the body up and widen and lower your shoulder blades. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. 4 more. Feel the muscles under the armpits, gliding the shoulders wide and low, and the belly wall engaging. 1 more. Now, the next exhale, as you start to lift the belly wall, slide one leg low along the floor till it's straight, and then lift it like it's being pulled away from you. Inhale, slide it back in. Practice lifting your leg without changing the shape of your lower back. So feel the belly support. So feel like you're using the back of your hips, your abdomen, and you're keeping your shoulders strong. Head up in line with your spine. Now just do one arm. Exhale, reach one arm forward, but include the belly wall like you've been practicing. Where you can reach your arm but keep both sides of the neck long, and the weight-bearing arm stays strong. Now we'll go into opposite arm and leg. Same exhale, same activation. Hold on to that strong body line. Two more each side. One more each side. Now next side, reach and hold. Now get longer in the lifted limbs, stronger in the weight-bearing limbs. As you exhale, curl your tail forward, bring your elbow to your opposite knee. Inhale into the reach. 6 times. Two more. Back to the center. When you're doing it, picture that your spine's like this flexible, buoyant spring. So reach the second side. Long and light, strong on the ground. Take a breath. Curl and touch. Inhale into the reach. Just 2 more. Back to the center. Now from here, we're going to come down onto our forearms to do a rotational movement. So take your knees wider and sit your hips back about 6 inches behind your knees. Now put one elbow on the floor and put your other hand on the lower back, on the back of the pelvis. Now if that's uncomfortable for your shoulder, you can cross the arm in front of your chest. So this is for the joints in your upper back. So in your back here, stick your butt out so you can not have your back round, and have a head-tail line, like a straight line from your head to your tail. And picture the arm that's resting on your back, you're going to keep it relaxed the whole time. With the bottom elbow, push the forearm into the floor, and nice and slow, turn to look up towards the ceiling. And then spiral back down. Push into the ground and turn, but this arm on the back is not pulling back. You're keeping it relaxed. So you're using more of your back and waistline muscles to get movement into those thoracic joints, those upper back joints, and strengthen those muscles a little bit more. And one more. Imagine there's something very interesting on the ceiling you want to see. Didn't know there was a Picasso up there. Now let's take side 2. Hand resting on the back of the pelvis, straight line head to tail. Press into your bottom elbow and slowly turn to look up. But leave your elbow that's resting on your back relaxed. Make the range work for you. If it feels really small, that's fine. Let your body get used to doing this. Turn. And we're going to do 2 more. Press and turn. Back to center. Last time. Press and turn. Come back to the middle. Now, as you come up onto all fours, we're just going to do a couple cat stretches, and then we're going to do a forearm plank. So as you come up onto all fours, do 1 shoulder blade slide. Let the shoulders slide in towards the spine. Now, as you float the body up, curl the tail forward and lift the waistline up. Reach your tail back, open the chest to the front. Just 2 more. And 1. Now, an 8-point plank we're going to do is to strengthen your core. The 8 points are your wrists, your elbows, your knees, and your feet. They all stay on the ground. So put your forearms on the floor with your elbows right under your shoulders. Now walk your knees back until it feels like your hips are at least as low as your shoulders or slightly lower. Tuck your toes under. Now lift out of your shoulders like you did in the scapular glide. Push into the ground. Curl the tail a little forward so you have a little more length in your lower back. Now breathe. When you breathe into the width of your torso. And on the exhale, like you did earlier, pull the belly away from the floor and start to squeeze all 4 limbs towards the midline. Turning on your inner thigh muscles, your abdomen, your shoulders. We're going to hold it for 5 more breaths. Exhale, squeeze, belly pulls away from the ground like you're trying to lift a weight off the floor with your belly. Two more breaths. 1 more breath. Take a moment to stretch back into a child's pose. Take your knees as wide as you need to. Soften for a moment. Become foldable. Soft, easy, foldable. 1 more breath. Nice and slow. Help yourself up. Now we're going to come onto your back, and I want you to grab your 2 tennis balls or 2 small balls. And we'll put them right above your sit bones at the bottom of your pelvis. So your sit bones are right at the bottom of your butt. So they're not up higher than that. They're just slightly above the sit bones on the lower part of your butt or the middle part of your butt. Now that just gives you a little bit of elevation, so then we can move the pelvis muscles and lower back a little more easily with a little more range. So when you're there, line up your feet with your sit bones and just take a moment to settle onto the balls. Take a couple breaths. Feel your foot points on the floor. Relax your neck. Now from your pelvis, like we did standing, as you exhale, as you follow the belly wall in, curl the tail towards the back of the knees. Inhale to tip the pelvis forward, tail towards the floor, arching the lower back slightly. When you curl, you're using your abdomen, your pelvic muscles, your inseams. As you tip forward, you're using your lower back slightly. Just go back and forth, keeping your neck and shoulders relaxed. Go for evenness on each side of the lower back. Picture when you curl, they also sink your front lower ribs, so the whole length of your lower back, which goes all the way up to your lower back, or which all the way goes up to your lower ribs, it's all lengthening. Then as you tip forward, it slightly arches. Now if you feel any discomfort when you're doing this, just make the range a little smaller. Just get a feel for where you can do it, and we can start to build the range with confidence and evenness. Just do 2 more. Now bring your legs up one at a time. Relax your lower legs. And put your hands on your inseams. So this is for your pelvic floor and your inner thigh muscles, which is really helpful for your lower back health, your leg alignment, and your posture. So as we breathe in, we're going to let the knees open and picture the bottom of the pelvis stretches a little bit. Now on the exhale, add light pressure out with your hands, but let your legs win. So that light pressure adds more resistance to those muscles, which helps them strengthen more. Exhale on the closing. No resistance on the opening. Light resistance as you start to close. Keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. Follow the belly wall in as you do this. Just 2 more. Great to do this if you've been sitting for a long time. It's just this part of your core training. 1 more. Now we're going to do something for your hip flexors in this position, which will help your lower back and help you use your core better. So you'll hold one knee and you'll pull it in towards your chest. Now you don't have to brace in your belly now because you're holding your leg, which allows you to do a leg movement without the shape of the lower back having to change. Now you're going to reach the other leg straight up. Now a long exhale, let it float down towards the floor. Then bend it in and up. Long exhale, let it float down. So now you're using the leg as a weight to lengthen your hip flexor muscles that cross your pubic bone and attach your leg to your spine. Really great idea to restore function to these after lots of sitting or just feeling tight in your hips. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Then we'll switch legs. Pull the knee in, reach the second leg up. Long exhale, it floats down. Bend in and up. Go slow on the lowering. Relax the top of your shoulders and your neck. Let your head be heavy on the floor. Just 3 more. And 2. And 1. Place the feet on the floor, take the balls away. Now we're going to take it into an articulated bridge. That means you're going to curl through the spine to peel the hips off the ground. But first, when you lie, just get a sense of having the weight centered on the back of the hips, feet in line with your pelvis, and the arms and shoulders relaxed. On the exhale, follow the abdomen in. Now curl the tail towards the back of your knees and slowly peel the hips off the floor. Now the top of the bridge, touch the bottom of your butt with your fingertips. Take that part of your pelvis more towards the back of your knees. Now touch your front low ribs. Now let them melt more into your body. So now you're going to feel more of the back of your legs, your inseams, and your belly. Keep all that and press the back of the shoulders towards the ground. So there's your bridge. Take a breath now. On the down, relax your chest, but use your abdomen to lengthen your back onto the floor. We're just going to do that 3 more times. So on the exhale, curl into the bridge. Arrive in that strong straight line. Take a breath. Articulate back down. 2 more times. Take your time through each section of the spine. On this next one, we're going to add something. So exhale, curl off the ground. Keeping the shoulders low, inhale the arms overhead. Now exhale, sequence down away from your fingertips, tractioning your spine and stretching your side body. Float the arms down. Just do 2 more. Peel off the ground. Inhale into the reach. Traction down. Float the arms down. 1 more. Feel the reach. Traction down. Float the arms down. Now you're going to do what's called a neutral bridge, meaning the shape of the spine stays the same. So imagine your waistline stays the same, the hips stay the same, you're just opening the front of the hips. So press into your feet and levitate, and then hinge back down. Do 10. Relax your arms, your shoulders. Feel that connection from your feet to your hips. Lightly touch and lift. 4 more. Even pressure into your feet. And 1. As you come down, take hold of the back of one thigh. Now press the leg into your hand to stretch it. Circle your ankle. And reverse. Take a breath and hold, and press that leg into your hand. Just draw it in a little bit for a stretch. Place it down, take hold of the second leg. Now press it into your hand and stretch. Now circle the ankle and reverse. Press it into your hand, maybe pull it a little higher and hold. Now place your feet flat, in line with your sit bones. Center the weight on the back of the pelvis. Bring the hands behind your head for an ab curl. Now elbows a little bit off the floor, but set the shoulders low away from your from your ears. Now take a breath. Now start to follow the belly wall in. And as you set the shoulders low, imagine you're going to bring the back of the waistline into the floor to float your head. Now roll your head forward and slide your breastbone away from your chin without pulling on your head at all. Inhale on the down. Feel that head float moment. Imprint the waistline. Nod and curl. So it's not a big motion, but you'll feel your abs right away. Let your gaze go towards your knees each time. Feel like you're sliding the ribcage towards your pelvis to lift your upper torso. Just 1 more. Now hold it, and from your low ribs, imagine you're going to turn from your low ribs. So from your low ribs on the exhale, slide your front low ribs towards your opposite hip. Inhale to the center, exhale to turn. Resist the temptation to pull on your head. Inhale to center, exhale to turn. Nice and smooth. Keep the pelvis heavy as you turn away from the hip. Last side, or last one. As you come down, take hold of the back of your legs, rock up to sitting, and turn over onto your belly. Now on your belly, just put your hands in front of you. Now you can rest your forehead on your hands. I'm going to let my head be a little lifted for a moment. Now just practice breathing your belly wall into the floor. Like literally push the ground away with your diaphragm. That's your key breathing muscle. And on the exhale, just deflate. Now start to target the breath more laterally into your waistline. Your belly's still going to move, just less. Now draw the belly wall in like you're drawing it away from the floor, but you're keeping your hips anchored to the floor. Feel the tone of your upper inner thighs and abdomen. Keep breathing like that throughout. Now put your first finger and thumb together like a diamond shape, just a few inches in front of your forehead with your elbows wide. This exercise is for your upper back. So using your upper back, slide your heart forward to lift your head. Keep your elbows on the floor. Rotate your lower arms out so now your hands and elbows are parallel to your body. Keep coming up through your upper back and let your arms lengthen. Lower your elbows to the floor. Come back to your starting place. And again, slide the heart forward. Rotate the lower arms out. Slowly extend. I'm not using my arms very much. I'm just letting them lengthen. Lower and come back. We're just going to do 3 more. Slide the heart forward. Rotate the lower arms out. Extend. Legs stay toned. You're still feeling that breathing control. 1 more. 2 more. And 1 more, everybody. Inhale forward and up. Extend, reach into your limbs, and lower. Now from there, take your arms out to the side like a T. Roll your shoulders away from the floor and lift your head 3 or 4 inches off the floor. Back of the neck is long. Float your hands a few inches. Now, as you breathe in, pull your hands towards your heels. Exhale back out to the T. Inhale, pull. Exhale to the T. As you pull, feel like the energy is going out the crown of your head. 3 more. Strong legs. And 1. Hands under your shoulders. Help yourself up onto all fours. Take your knees a little bit wide, and then shift back so your hips are a little bit behind your knees, and put your elbows on the floor. And now just curl your tail forward to stretch your lower back. Tone your belly wall. Relax your neck. 2 more breaths. And then to finish, come into a seated position with one leg folded back, one leg in front. Sitting up nice and tall. Reach your arms out and find your balance. Now, if you needed to, you could put a pillow under this hip to elevate it a little bit, to make it a little more comfortable if you're feeling a hard time sitting like this. Now, as you lower that arm, take the arm over the top and side bend. Now, let your up elbow relax. Now, just from right behind your heart, spiral down. Now, inhale to open, and from behind your heart, look up. Spiral down and open. 1 more. Spiral down and open. Lengthen back up to balance. Now, 1 more time, a little different. Come over the top. Now, extend the outside leg. Press into your elbow. Lift your hips and reach. Slowly come back up to sitting. And just 1 more. Over the top. Push into the ground as you extend the leg. Lift. Reach. Slowly return. Now take hold of your back ankle, reach up, and side bend the other way. And let's switch your legs. So first find your balance, reach. Lower your arm, come over the top. Now soften your elbow, spiral down. As you turn open, feel like you're turning from right behind your heart. Spiral down, open. 1 more, spiral down, open, lengthen back to balance. Now last one, up and over the top. Now let your outside leg lengthen, press into the elbow, lift your hips, bend, come back to balance. 1 more time, up and over, press, reach, lift, back to balance, hold your back ankle, side bend the other way. And then just take a moment, cross your legs, and there we are. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the class. If you enjoyed this class, be sure to visit the AARP Virtual Community Center to find more classes like this and other fun online events at aarp.org/VCC. Thank you so much.